Welcome back to the Real Highlights podcast. Let's get right into it. So if we go all the way back to September 1st, the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors. Celtics taking the win to go up 2-0, 3-point win over Toronto. Tatum at 34, Marcus Smart at 19, including 5 straight threes and 5 straight possessions to win the game, pretty much. And Denver beating Utah by 2. Rudy Gobert grabbing the rebound and not seeing Donovan Mitchell somehow and just not passing it to him. Kicking it to Mike Conley, who almost made the shot, but Denver ends up winning 80-78. Let's go to September 2nd. You have the Miami Heat versus Milwaukee Bucks. Miami took the dub. Butler didn't play very good. He only had 13 points. Dragic had 23. But you had Middleton, who drew that 3-point foul at the very end. I don't think that was a foul at all. Dragic just straight up, didn't even really move into him at all. Totally Hero also at 17. But after that play, you had Giannis who tapped Butler on the shoulder, and Butler was able to draw that foul and shoot free throws to win the game. Let's go on to September 3rd. So Toronto beat Boston by 1, which is pretty crazy. Let's go to Kyle Lowry at 31, Van Vliet at 25, Kemba Walker at 29, including where he dribbled through the whole Toronto defense on the last possession and then kicked it to Daniel Theis supposed to win the game, but they didn't. Toronto called timeout, got it at half court. Kyle Lowry threw it over 7-3 taco fall all the way to OG Anunoby in the corner, and he hit it with 0.5 seconds to win the game. And September 4th today, you have the Milwaukee Bucks versus Miami Heat. That's going to be a great game. And you have Houston versus LA, which might be a great game. I could just see LA blowing them out in 80, having 45 points, because they have literally no one to guard them except PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker can't guard them. The only theory I have is Bradley Beal to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So his contract situation is a little different than Devin Booker in that he only has 1 year left with a player option. So that trade is a little more doable, and we might be able to give up just much less to trade for him, which would be, he's really just a Devin Booker in his prime. I don't think he's as good as friends with Cat and D'Lo, but I don't know if that matters very much. They probably still know each other. So Toronto taking that win, let's get back to that. Toronto taking that win, that might be enough momentum off that crazy buzzer beater for them to start getting excited and taking wins, which would be very interesting if they made it to the conference finals once again and were to face a team like Milwaukee, who if they came back from the Miami game. That'd be interesting. I'm also recording this on the Friday. It's going out on Saturday at 6. So, yeah. Oklahoma versus Houston. That was in that game 7. That was some BS. I can't believe that that happened. that was crazy. Apparently the ref told Chris Paul that he refed his game 7 in 08, which Chris Paul lost. So it was very interesting why he would say that. And then Steven Adams choked on the last possession. He missed multiple picks, and then he could have easily slipped to the basket for an open layup, and he didn't. He just stood there. There's literally no one under the basket, so that's a choke. In Miami, they probably will be able to pull away, but I don't know. If they can pull away, then that would be great. Conference finals of Miami versus Boston. That's the conference finals I want to happen. Big rivalry, especially from the early 2010s. You had LeBron versus KG, and it'd be Butler versus Tatum. So that'd be awesome. Giannis, it's a rumor that he will not be staying in Milwaukee and signing with a team like Toronto, Miami, or Golden State, which would be very interesting. I don't know how I see if I like that or not. I don't know. It's interesting. I do think Clippers-Lakers conference finals, I think that's a guarantee. Clippers blew out Denver by 25. No one on Denver scored over 15 points. Which is, I don't know. That's not very It's not good. You should at least have one guy scoring like 25, but I guess not. You don't need anyone scoring 25. So I'm on ESPN right now, and fantasy football. It's starting up pretty soon. I have my draft this weekend. So I'm going through some of the rankings. I need this for myself, but also if you guys have a fantasy football league and you need rankings, this is from Matthew Berry, 2020 PPR fantasy football ratings. So number 1, you have Christian McCaffrey, running back for the Carolina. Carolina is literally no one else, so that makes sense. Number 2, you have Saquon Barkley. That also makes complete sense. He's a beast. You have Ezekiel Elliott at number 3, Alvin Kamara at number 4, even though he might not be playing, so that's a risky pick. You have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's a running back for Kansas City. You also have Derrick Henry at number 6. Is this all running backs? No, it's not. Okay. So you have Derrick Henry at number 6. Number 7, you have Dalvin Cook, which is also a risky one because the one dude the other running back just got his extension. I think Cincinnati's running back got his extension, so Dalvin Cook has been wanting one, so he could just sit out. Number 8, you have Michael Thomas, who he set some crazy record last year. I don't know what it was, but he's nasty. Number 9, you have Joe Mixon. That's the guy who got the extension, who's similar to Dalvin Cook. He's going to be good. He has Joe Burrow as his quarterback. At number 10, you have Austin Eckler, really good running back for the Chargers. He's undrafted. He wants it. At number 11, you have Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas running back. Number 12, you have Aaron Jones, running back for Green Bay. Number 13, you have Devontae Adams, wide receiver for Green Bay. Number 14, you have Nick Chubb, Cleveland's running back. 15, you have Tyreek Hill, Kansas City's running back. At number 16, you have Julio Jones, the Atlanta Hawks. No, not Hawks, Falcons. Wide receiver. Number 17, you have Travis Kelce, the Mahomes-Kelce connection. Tight end. At 18, you have George Kittle, San Francisco's tight end. At number 19, you have DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver for Arizona. Kyler Murray could have a breakout season this year. Number 20, you have Kenyon Drake, running back for Arizona. 21, you have Miles Sanders, running back for Philly. 22, you have Mike Evans, Tampa Bay's wide receiver. Brady-Mike Evans connection will be there. At 23, you have Chris Carlson, Seattle's running back. 24, you have Chris Goodwin, Tampa Bay's another Tampa Bay wide receiver. Number 25, you have Allen Robinson, Chicago Cubs wide receiver. Lamar Jackson at 26, Baltimore's quarterback. He's not. Everyone knows who Lamar Jackson is. He's got MVP. Number 27, you have Patrick Mahomes. Everyone knows him. Super Bowl MVP. He's insane. I'd actually pick Mahomes over Lamar Jackson. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because Lamar Jackson will run and throw. But if I'm starting a team, I'd pick Mahomes. At number 28, you have Kenny Golladay, Detroit's wide receiver. At 29, you have Adam Thielen, wide receiver for the Vikings. He's nasty. Vikings fan. Love Adam Thielen. At 30, you have Odell Beckham Jr. for Cleveland. Everyone knows him. 31, you have Robert Woods, Los Angeles. He plays for the Rams, so he's a wide receiver. 32, you have DJ Moore, Cardinals wide receiver. 33, you have David Johnson, Houston Texans running back. 34, you have Melvin Gordon, Denver's running back. 35, you have Amari Cooper, Dallas wide receiver. 36, Juju Smith-Schuster, Pittsburgh wide receiver. 37, you have Todd Gurley, Atlanta Falcons running back. 38, James Conner, Pittsburgh's running back. 39, A.J. Brown, Titans wide receiver. 40, you have Cooper Kupp, wide receiver. 41, you have Terry McLaurin. I think, is that Washington wide receiver? 42, you have Tyler Lockett, Seattle's wide receiver. That's 42, sorry. 43, you have Calvin Ridley, Atlanta's wide receiver. At 44, Mark Andrews, Baltimore's tight end. 45, you have Keenan Allen, wide receiver. 46, you have Kareem Hunt, Cleveland's running back. 47, you have Zach Ertz, tight end, Philly. 48, you have Mark Ingram, running back for Baltimore. 49, you have Michael Gallup, Dallas wide receiver. And at 50, you have T.Y. Hilton, Indiana wide receiver. And those are your top 50 best players for fantasy football. You also have guys like Kyler Murray, 65, Stephon Diggs, 66, Dak Prescott, 60, AJ Green, 69, Russell Wilson, 68. So there's a lot of great players in here. You have Brady down there at 82, Brandon Cooks down there at 81, Drew Brees, 95, Zach Moss down there 103, Cam Newton, who could be an underrated guy. He might break out. He might just be insane this year. Really hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like, just do everything, share it. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast.